say, now that we've got the lockbox open, we head north. Cause, well, we could go east and see what's over there. Continue, explore as much as the cavernous bit as possible, and then head towards the mine shaft. It probably leads to the mine shaft.
You go south into the wall.
If you're good.
All right. Who's the best at nature?
I got a +2.
It's Frito. Frito, give me a nature roll.
Did we successfully
He's
have
taking a
a
shit.
short rest, I mean?
You did not.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
And that's what this... not yet. We're waiting for this roll.
Every being in
Frito's
this cave.
digging a hole that he can shit in.
Anyone who wants to can make a nature roll.
Robert got a 22.
22. And Gundren with a 20. You are both in agreement. This network of caves, from what you've seen, is filled with monsters and creatures that seek the living for sustenance. Unless you can find a safe place to rest, you will most likely always be interrupted by something hunting you.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm out of spells. Well, I guess we just gotta continue on as is.
Just imagine it's Baldur's Gate, and you're in the red zone where you can't rest. You can always attempt it.
Considering we just did, I'm gonna not. And we decided that we're gonna go in this direction.
This is our first dungeon crawl, boys. Woo. Okay, you made your way into this room. There's a bunch of like fungus and everything growing everywhere. And then people can make nature checks as they wish.
Yeah, I'll make a roll. 7.
7. So Robert notices amongst the fungus there 2 violet funguses that you can tell, looking at them, are a little bit more sentient than their fellow plants.
Well, I don't like that.
I'm gonna tell the other 2 about it.
All right.
Do you think they're friendly?
From afar, probably. Close up, probably not. I know a thing or 2 about eating
We can
fungus.
sneak past them. Maybe.
Do they look like they notice us? Or have reacted to our presence?
Not yet.
Alright.
It doesn't look like they've registered your presence.
If you stay far away, if we creep along the walls like some creepers, they might not see us. I don't know if standing on some fungi might trigger them, though.
Like if we go that way?
Something like that, yeah. Unless someone here really hates fungi.
I mean, they're sort of related to ferns, are they not?
They are, but I have a unusual closeness with fungi.
Okay. I think you would be the only person with an issue, Robert.
Robert's going to try to collect some different fungi samples that are not in the middle.
Where do you head first?
I'll go to move towards the southern patch.
Alright. Move square by square how you get there.
Alright. Crawl through Finn's asshole. Emerge out of his mouth.
So you're essentially just going to follow the path, Dillinger.
Pretty much, yeah, until I get over here, then I like that.
I'm also gonna go over here.
Alright. You'll follow Finn, Gundren, and Automaton will stay over here. Frito, do you want to follow the Oris and Robert, or do you want to stay with Finn and Gundren?
I'll follow the real people.
Alright.
Fuck you, NPC.
Possibly shake ass for a real one.
Well, there is NPC over here
it.
too now, Gerald. But
Gerald, go back to the other group. You're not welcome here.
he walks on back.
Idiot actually did it.
Get pranked.
He still treats you like you're his boss, so he'll follow your orders, man.
That man has no free will.
And you just want to collect fungus?
Yeah. Some of the glowy
Saddest
fungus.
question a DM's ever asked.
Some of the... You just want to collect fungus.
So, like, you're just gonna grab a fungus, or...
All right, you cut down some of the fungi over here. The main thing of note is some of the glowing green ones, which are illuminating the cavern, so you can actually see in here.
Ooh.
So you pick up some of those, and it doesn't seem to trigger the two creatures in the center.
Fantastic. Then I'll take some floor fungus as well, and then keep moving.
Keep moving. You make your way around the rest of the line. Do you go there?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Explored.
Initiative.
Oh!
As the two creatures start to move and make their way towards it.
Hey, great, they can just kill Robert, and then we'll sneak past them.
You got too close. You got too close, Andrew.
Hey, I had the right idea.
No, you did. Literally, the book is like, if they stay along the southern and eastern walls, they're fine. But you move to the center, so. All right. First up is Robert. Last up is Gerald with a -1.
All right.
I know what feat he's taking at next level up. Alert.
No, I'm just gonna U-turn and go stab this one.
All right, give me a roll.
Is a 17 gonna hit him?
Yeah, it does.
Good. All right. That is 11 damage.
11 damage.
Oh,
Boom. You have already you pierce through the mushroom-like skin of this creature and severely wound it.
and my turn there.
All right. That's you, Frito.
Cunning action hide, first off.
All right, you're sort of lying down in the mushrooms.
I'll just hide where I am not seen.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll shoot a firebolt at this one.
All right, what did you get on the stealth?
17.
All right, yep, you are hidden, so you'll have advantage.
Let's see. It's gonna be nat 20.
Nice. So that's 10 plus whatever you roll on the second dice.
10 plus 2, 12 damage.
12 damage. Fuck. You burn away you smell the roasting of mushrooms in the air, but it still stands. Up next is Gundren, who just pulls out his flintlock and shoots the fungus. He hits. He does 7 damage, which is enough to turn the fungi into nothing. His robot then goes, and I don't think it can dash. No, it cannot. So it gets there, which then brings us to Finn and hurl his spear at the other fungus, which hits and does enough damage that the spear pierces into the fungus, destroys it. Which then in combat.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence roll. Oh, natural 20. Okay. Never mind. I was just gonna see if I comprehended what the fuck just happened.
Oh, yeah. It seems...
Like, suddenly everybody started fighting fungus, and I'm just stood here with my hands up, like, what are we doing?
I surrender.
So, based on what you can understand with that nat 20, Robert got too close to these funguses' home, so they decided to start attacking.
Robbie.
But Robert, noticed it before the fungus had a chance to attack, so you guys murked them before they had a chance to do anything.
I'm gonna have to classify that as a genocide and write that down in my Lord's Alliance bad boy things.
Also, everyone gets 17 experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Once again,
Take the fungus corpses and put them in my backpack.
All right, you now have 2 violet funguses in your backpack.
Okay, so the further we're going this direction does not feel like we're headed in the right direction. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
We may as well just check to see if there's any other bad guys in here so we can do Gundren's thing, but it feels like we're going farther away from where the entrance had collapsed into the facility or whatever. So yeah, I'll start wandering in this direction.
Start wandering in that direction. Let's see. 120 feet is to about
Holy shit!
there. Yeah, that is what you see.
What the fuck? Okay, I stand corrected. There is shit over here.
Mm,
Do I hear anything?
Every 2 minutes, you hear the echo of waves upon the wall, a wall somewhere in this cave, which tends to drown out any other noise.
Does
in
it
the
sound like
cavern.
we're getting closer to that sound?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna start wandering again and see if I can see anything here.
Once you get there, got the
Wow-a-wee-wa.
glittering minerals in the ceiling of this large cavern catch any light and reflect it back to create the impression of a starry night sky. However, they're all green from the glowing mushrooms Robert is carrying. Dozens of skeletons, many crushed under fallen debris, are scattered across the floor. The cave is large enough to contain two freestanding structures. Each of these stone rooms is proportioned for human use, as opposed to the dwarf-sized doorways and furnishings elsewhere in the mines. Both structures have battered and blackened masonry walls, their double doors cracked and scorched. This cavern is divided by an encampment, in which a flight of stairs has been cut.
They're human skeletons?
There are a
Or
variety.
human shape?
The dwarf, gnome, human.
Okay, now I'm
Lady.
confused. Because it's one thing to not revive all the workers because they're like weak and pathetic, but we're finding more like, why are there not more zombies? Who brought those zombies back that we just fought 40 minutes ago and didn't bring back what the fuck is going on? Why were those ones preserved enough to become zombies? These ones aren't.
Gerald speaks up. Perhaps the spider is a necromancer.
Fucking everybody's a necromancer these days, I guess. It's the cool thing to do. It's like being on TikTok.
Even I'm a necromancer.
Shut up, Robert.
No, you're not.
Watch this.
Summon the
but
entire
yeah.
skeleton army.
So you see in front of you the stairs leading up to the higher part in front of you. And then you have this one room next to you and the room up ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna go knock on this door.
Alright, you knock on the door. Let's get people moving in. Alright, you knock on the door. All you sort of hear from inside is a screeching.
What the fuck? Did you guys hear
That
that?
sounds good.
I'm gonna say, hello?
Once again, all you hear is screeching.
Do you need help?
More screeching.
We're heroes. We've come to save you.
Please stop talking to the screeching noise behind the door.
Well, I don't see you doing anything, Robert. Frida, does this sound like a banshee to you?
It does sound spooky.
It does not. You remember the banshee talking to you, and so far this whatever ever is behind the door has not.
Alright, it does not sound like the Banshee.
Well, they're not attacking us. They can clearly hear us. So, I mean, may as well let ourselves in. I'm gonna push the door open,
Right.
assuming it's unlocked.
Starts violently shaking the door handle.
You look at the door, and it looks like the iron hinges have melted partially, keeping the door shut.
Melted slightly. I think that somebody put something in here that we should not release.
That might be true. We also need to clear out the cave of any potential danger before we're able to open it for business.
I mean, clearly it's not gonna get out of here if it's just screeching.
But what if that room is the forge?
Yeah, what if we found a magical item that wasn't to do with the forge and I couldn't keep it? That'd be weird too. Gun dog millionaire.
Are you really that upset that instead of giving it to you, I kept my brother's clothing?
If you want to open this door, Gundren, go right ahead. What is it, your blankie? You gonna sniff it when you go to bed at night? Open the damn door, Gundren.
Other people sniff their blankies too?
Yeah, but our blankies aren't covered in slivers still.
Gundren attempts to open the door.
Using his short man strength.
He is unable to.
Oh, no, Gundren.
Or, he is not strong enough. He is not...
Maybe the door is wrapped in a cloak of protection.
High or low, Dylan?
Low.
Alright. Gundren stares at you, like, severely disappointed. And it's like, if that's the way you want it, you'd rather I not be here helping you, I'll go wait at the entrance. He starts heading away with his robot.
What a fucking diva. I start scratching my chin.
I'm gonna take my pickaxe and start whacking the hinges.
That motherfucker does not care that his brother's dead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be right in the end. Just like always. I've never been wrong. I'm telling you, Frida, there's something off about that dwarf.
I mean, I've known Gundren longer than I've known you guys.
So?
And I think he is a valuable... I mean, that robot that he built certainly might help us out, and his abilities. So I think it would be best if you would put your differences aside until we get the cave cleared out, and then, honestly, you guys probably would never have to interact again. So... But, I mean, more heads will be better than one, so I can go talk to him and see if he can rejoin us. Only thing is that you're gonna have to, not be antagonizing him, because that's clearly ruffled his feathers.
Well, I'll try my best, but when I make a deal with someone, I expect them to stand by it. That's all I'm saying.
I understand, his brother was found in the cave, and, the agreement was that we get everything in the cave. But I think this is something where this is a personal matter. This is not just some random schmuck on the street. This is someone that Gundren grew up with, bonded with for years at a time, and in this traumatic moment where he has found one brother dead and the other one is also presumed dead, we can need to show him a bit of sensitivity in this aspect.
I think you give Gundren a bit too much credit, Frito. In my opinion, he is, as all businessmen are, looking for an opportunity to take advantage of people's emotions. You think that he wants that blanket because it will remind him of his dead brother, but in my mind, he just saw an opportunity to take some of the stuff that he owes us.
Well, but has he done that with anything else that we've had since we got in here that we've looted? Has he insisted on having it?
We haven't found anything else.
Oh, we found the minor bonus money or whatever the fuck in that chest, and he didn't insist on having any of that.
Well, there was no logic behind him getting any of it.
Well, and there's no logic behind him getting anything else beyond this point, apart from potentially the remains of his other dead brother. Let's just think about it from the perspective of we've explored very little of this cave. There's sure to be many more fortunes to be found. And this is a one, potentially two-time thing, assuming we find his other dead brother. And I think the valuables that are on him, that are on his brother and his other brother, heavily are not as valuable as Gundren and his robot crew member joining us and assisting in combat. We've been doing pretty good so far, but
that's all well and good. I just want to reiterate the point that if he wanted the things his brother had, he should have announced that when we were making the deal. That's all I'm saying.
I get that. It's more so that he perhaps didn't presume that, maybe the optimist in him was presuming that he would not find his dead brother here in the cave. I mean, to be fair to your point, I don't really know why he wouldn't think that they would be here. I mean, I'm leaning towards Gundren and supporting him because, I can vouch for him. I do trust him. I've known him a long time. I mean, I can tell from how he reacted to the ceremony he enacted on his brother that he be going through it right now for real. I lean more towards just saying, let him have his brother's stuff, and then he will not have any issues with helping us out. But if we continue to make an issue with it, then I think he's just going to say, fuck these assholes, I'm going to make them do it for me. Because you fail to realize, too, there is that potential, and I hope this doesn't happen, because Gundren is my homie, that Gundren dies in the line of combat. And if Gundren dies in the line of combat, then you'll probably just get his brother's shit anyway, and he won't have any issue with that anymore because he'll be dead.
Well, that's the difference between me and Gundren. I'm not hoping that everyone dies so I can take it all for myself.
Well, that's my piece. I can go talk with Gundren if you'd like, or we can just have him and his robot buddy just stand by the gate, I guess.
No, go talk to him. It's fine. I'll keep my mouth shut.
All right, you make your way down into the fungus room where Gundren has made it about perception. Frito. I say with advantage. You've known this man for a long time. You're good at reading his emotions.
9.
All right. You can tell at least at the minimum that he is upset, and you approach him.
Gundren, look, I know you're pissed off. Understandably so. You're going through a very traumatic event right now. I did talk with Oris, and, we won't have this issue going forward. How are you feeling at this current moment? I know, obviously things are not well in your world, but is there anything that I could do to assist you?
It's hard, Frito. Me and my brothers have been dreaming about this place for just so long, and have it finally within our grasp, and they're probably both dead.
Well,
It's
you don't know that
such
for...
a crushing reality to face.
I know. I can't fully understand what you're going through, as I'm an only child, but we've been through a lot together, Gundren, and, you can maybe think about it in the perspective of clearing out this cave and making it your own. You could honor your brothers in that. And honestly, I don't think we can really do it without you, because the more help that we get, the easier this will be for all of us. So I'd humbly ask, and I know it's a lot to ask, that you help us out, differences aside with Oris, and we proceed on.
Persuasion. With advantage because you're his friend.
23.
23? You're right. We have a better chance of surviving. I doubt I would be monster-free back at the entrance anyway. And being by myself would probably get me killed as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we kind of have to stick together at this point, and, if we split up, and, I get why you're pissed off. Like, you have every reason to be pissed off, in my eyes. You don't have to like Oris. You don't really have to like anybody that you're working with here. Perhaps by the end of this you won't like me, but, we have our agreement, and we're both men of our word, so we'll just get through this. And I also did mention that, because I know a lot of this came from the possessions of your brother, and the brother we may find deeper in, as those are yours to take. Like, I think there's the material value of things, and then there's the personal value, and that heavily is leaning on the personal value as a way to kind of remember your brothers. So I will advocate for that, and have advocated for that.
I thank you for that, Freedom. I will continue with you, but if Oris pushes me too much farther, I I can't guarantee I will continue to stay.
You're kind of pushed to your last straw here. I totally get that. I would presume that if something like that happened to even a lesser extent, that would kind of be your breaking point. And I mean, you are free to leave whenever you want. That's your call. But like you mentioned, you could be overran potentially at the entrance and be just with you and your robo buddy here. So, at least for right now, even with the anger and disdain you feel, I think it's best we just stick together.
Indeed.
While they're having that
Yeah.
conversation, can I talk to Robert?
Sure. This is a question for Andrew. Would you stop before you hit the door to have this conversation, or have you hit the door?
The entire time they were insulting each other, they've just been hearing clanging of me hitting the door repeatedly.
Oh, okay. Give me an athletics check.
All right, good start. And my athletics is +1, 18.
18? Okay. It takes a little bit, but you continuously chip away at the door.
What is it with these dwarves and their deals and their inability to keep their end of the bargain? I swear. This man worked with Frito for how long? And he didn't even tell him, face to face originally, that he had found the location to Wave Echo Cave. And we're just supposed to trust this guy with our lives.
I mean, Frito's not a dwarf.
What?
Dwarves don't like non-dwarves.
Really?
You're not a dwarf, I'm not a dwarf, Frito's not a dwarf.
Thank you for this information, Robert.
Is Robert just making this up?
Sort of.
Yeah. All right. Do you keep talking?
No. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test out my new jumping ability and jump up.
He's got hops.
Right. It's about 10 feet up, which I think is... When you make a high jump, which is what you're doing, because you're not trying to cover distance, you're trying to go up.
Yeah.
Slam into the wall.
It's 3 plus your strength modifier,
Which is
the number of
-1.
feet you can go.
But it's tripled
if-
because of the boots, right?
Yeah, so you go
6 feet.
you like dash 10 feet and then jump 6 feet up and sort of give me athletics.
10.
10? Okay. So you jump up and like sort of slam into part of the wall. So you're able to get your hands up enough that you can grab onto the ledge and you start pulling yourself up. You get to about where your waist is at the edge when Robert breaks down the door. Give me an Arcana check.
15.
That's what I said the DC to. You see what you recognize to be a wraith inside this room.
God.
Hey, Oris. I think you'd like this guy. I wonder you were trying to
and
talk to him
it
so much.
turns around and just screeches at you and starts lunging forward, and we're going to start initiative. And high or low, Nick?
Low.
All right. You guys are a little bit further back, having just finished your conversation. But this is where we're going to start combat. We have Oris halfway up this embarkment. We got Frito and Gundren and the robot back in Fungus Room, and then we got Frito, Gerald, and Finn. Sorry, Robert, Gerald, and Finn near the Wraith. Finn is going to go first. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could throw it. Okay. He's gonna dash and get in range. And then that brings us to Robert.
Alright, well, seeing him dash in, I'm gonna dash in too.
Do you actually use the dash action?
No, I'm gonna run in.
You get close enough. And you...
Let's see, I was here 20 feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him. That'll definitely work. 15 to stab.
15 hits.
Ooh. That is gonna be 8 stabby.
All right, 8 damage, correct?
Yep.
There you go. All right. Next up is Frito.
Guys, I stabbed it.
could bonus action dash and get in range.
Yeah, I'll bonus action dash 50, 55, 60. And could I just move the extra 5 feet for just my regular?
You could use your bow or your fire bolt.
I'll chuck a chromatic orb at it.
Chromatic orb. What damage are you doing?
I'll do cold damage.
Cold damage. All right. Give me a roll.
15.
15 hits.
Let's see, 3d8, 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. The cold energy splashes off. Great. And it is Oris.
Can I pull myself up?
Yes, that'll be double, so it'll be 10 feet to get up.
Okay. I turn around and I go, "What's happening, Gerald?"
There's a wraith! He wouldn't know that. There's a creature inside the room.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, so I've gone 10 feet. Oh, I have to go downstairs?
Unless you want to, like, try to do an athletics check to scramble down.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm just gonna do the digital dash and be like, "What's up? What's happening?"
You peek your head around the corner. Arcana check.
Ooh. Every time I make a sound that sounds positive, I end up rolling horribly. 9.
You just know there's a glowing, weird, half-dead thing in this room.
Oh,
That's
fuck
sort of
that.
floating off the ground. That brings us...
I'm going home.
Actually, Gundren, you had the right idea. Fuck this shit.
Next up is the creature who's going to lash out at Finn. Its claws scream forward, but they just scrape along Finn's shield as it misses. Gerald is up and get just in range and swing his sword.
Zazem.
Zajim. Yes, exactly. I don't know why I rolled damage, just assuming Gerald hit. Because he missed. His blade passes through the creature, doing nothing. That then takes us to Gundren, and then dashes 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll stop there. That brings us back up to Finn, who will stabbity stab. He hits. He does 4 damage, and then he will swing the butt of his weapon, which hits, and that does 7 damage. That's his turn. Now it's Robert.
All right. Robert's gonna pull up with a insult of insults, and I'm gonna need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Ah!
What type of damage is this?
Psychic.
Right? Okay, perfect. How much?
10, so we'll take 5.
Anything
That
else,
is
Rob? All right, Frito, that's you.
Frito will step around and rapier him.
Rapier him. All right.
21. Can you
21 hits.
12 damage. Then I'm gonna hop back, disengage. And
You said
right here.
12, right?
That's correct.
All right. Oris, that is you.
Okay. Well, let's do something. Am I able to Eldritch Blast him with 3 people standing in the way?
Yes, we've ruled that you're sort of like shooting over someone's shoulder or like between a gap between people.
Alright, I'm going under Finn's legs then. I'm probably short enough to do that.
Well, the creature is sort of like floating, so it's probably easier to go over his head.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't think I'm gonna hit. That's gonna be a 11?
Unfortunately, you blast into the wall behind him.
Whoopsies!
Uh,
Oh, hey, Gundren, you're back!
indeed.
That's the end of my turn.
Alright, the creature once again is going to swing at Gerald. Again, first time. That misses. Damn! Damn Gerald for having such a high AC. That's Gerald, who's going to swing back. He hits this time 11, 6 fire damage. Right, that is Gerald. Gundren is next. Okay, he's in range, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the robot's going to smash his fist into him. Hits, which is 4 damage from the robot smashing its fist into him. And then we got Gundren shooting his pistol, which also hits, which does 6 damage. Right, that brings us back to the top, which is Finn. Finn hits, does 8 damage. And he tries with the butt of the spear, hits again, and with the butt of his weapon, knocks into the creature one last time, and it dissipates once more into the ether, destroyed.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, when you got more people than when you got a bunch of NPCs, stuff is easy.
Hell yeah.
Which is why you brought them, right?
Yes.
That nets everyone 300 experience.
Yes.
Is it dead?
Yep, but it's not here anymore. Maybe it teleported. Everyone check your pants.
I look behind me.
You don't see the bird Wraith behind you.
He's probably dead.
I feel so close to almost being a little bit more powerful. I don't know how to describe it.
Looking around the wall now, you're no longer in combat. You notice dust, ash, walls blackened by fire, and heaps of debris beneath. The sagging ceiling show that this room was damaged by a destructive blast. The furnishings, tables, chairs, bookshelves, beds are charred or splintered. A scorched iron chest stands near the foot of one of the beds. The adjacent closet to the south. When you open the door, it's just full of rubble.
Did we get experience for that?
300.
Okay.
You guys are so close to leveling up.
No, that thing wasn't worth anything. Oh, it's just a closet.
Is it filled with poop?
No, it's filled with rubble.
You literally just said a closet in the southern end of the room, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what through this door.
A closet. All right. Do you wish to try to loot anything?
Yes.
All right.
Do we do the rigmarole with the chest again?
Does anyone try opening it?
Yeah.
You go to open the chest, expecting to have to do the whole rigmarole, but it just unlocks. It's unlocked. It just opens.
Let's go!
Wow, Robert.
Yeah.
I'm really good at opening some chests. Specifically those that are unlocked.
Inside, you find 1,100 copper pieces, 160 silver pieces, 100 electrum, 5 malachite,
And the key to Davy Jones' locker.
and then you also find a wooden pipe adorned with platinum.
Like a smoking pipe?
Yes.
All right.
God damn it.
You know that's never being sold.
Does it appear magical at all?
Gundren can answer that question. He casts Detect Magic. It does not appear magical.
I don't believe you. I don't say that out loud.
Liar. He wants it for himself.
Alright. There is nothing else of note in the room.
Oh, really?
Do we head on up the plateau?
Yes.
Alright. Everyone sort of makes their way up here. Once again in the lead, Oris. You see some more stuff over here.
Walls. Yes.
You see more that way.
Fucking hell, this place is huge.
Yeah, and you've only done one side of the map.
Yeah, I just zoomed out and I'm like, we're not even at the top yet.
There's a lot. This is going to be a multi-week slog through this thing, I think.
Alright, I knock on this door.
Alright. The door is once again scorched and cracked. Its iron hinges partially melted, so it must have been caught up in the same blast that caught up the other room. You hear a weird guttural voice respond. Who approaches my post?
Based off first instincts, does it sound like a creature I've heard before? Like voice?
History.
History 9.
You have not encountered one of these before.
Famed treasure hunter Oris Anur. You may have heard of him.
A treasure hunter, are you? Come to loot the forge of spells from my masters.
Depends. Which master is that? If it's the spider, then we're gonna have problems because.
Who is this spider you speak of?
Okay, good. Do you worship Kyle? Are you a Kyle lover?
Would be hilarious.
Kyle is my master. No!
I kick the door down.
High or low?
Hi.
All right. There was no Kyle when I was bound.
I squint my eyes and look back at the party like, what the fuck does that mean? Bound like you have got a collar on, or bound like some sort of summon?
You do not get a response.
Okay, yeah. Do you mind if we come in?
A treasure hunter entering my post. That would not be allowed unless ordained by the masters.
Oh, don't worry, I ordain him.
And who are you?
Kyle!
I work here. Kyle!
You work here?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Show me your face.
Can you open the door?
May I come in to show you my face? Treasure hunter Oris will stay outside.
The door's like melted shut, so it'd have to be another athletic check to get it open.
What's your name, stranger?
I am not one of strength to open the door.
That's a weird name.
That's fine, I can open it.
Do you want Gerald to try to open it?
Yeah, I'll have Gerald open it. I'm just saying that to him. You want my pickaxe?
No. Gerald just like grabs the handles and pulls.
He just rips the door.
Yeah. He just the door opens.
Thank you.
And then there you are standing. And as the door comes off its hinges, you see.
Whoa. Oh.
You see. Give me a. Do you know what that is, Dylan?
I have an idea.
People give me a nature check who wishes to.
It's the thing.
16.
You realize now, looking at this creature, that is one that is sort of common in the Underdark which you live, a spectator.
So I've probably interacted with something like this before.
Yeah. Oh.
Do not fuck my mind.
A dwarf, once again, is in the halls of Wave Echo Cave, I see.
Yes.
And you, one who talked to me, you must be one of the wizards who helps run this place.
Give him a little bow. That is I. How has your charge been since you've been last checked on?
Let me read something. As you also look into the room, you notice that this is a large workshop, and it was badly damaged by the ancient spell battle that laid waste to the mine. Work tables taking up 2 corners of the room are scorched, and the plaster has burned off the masonry walls. In the middle of the room, a stone pedestal holds a small brazier in which an eerie green flame dances and crackles. The brazier and its pedestal appear to have been untouched by the forces that destroyed this area. Behind the brazier of green flame floats a spherical creature, roughly 4 feet in diameter. 4 eye stalks protrude from its central mass, 2 on each side. In the center of that body is a large eye. It's the spectator. I guess it is small.
Interesting.
Oh, it's so cute.
Give me a persuasion.
That makes this a far more funny situation.
I want to shake you.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion or deception?
Perception.
Perception,
Perception,
deception.
what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah.
Deception.
Natural 20 plus 8.
Oh my
Didn't
god.
fucking matter then. As you know, as one of the wizards who bound me here, I was called upon to serve for 101 years to guard the Forge of Spells.
How many years have you guarded?
Lining up with the extended timeline I created would mean he should have dissipated, so I'm going to change that.
Oh, no.
Because I said this battle took place like 300 years ago, right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
It may have been 500.
Yeah, say 500.
500. For
505.
505 years, I was slated to guard the Forge of Spells.
Wow. How much guarding have you done? Has anyone come through recently?
Since a big battle that happened 500 years ago, I have not seen anyone.
Oh, so you must be excited to see us.
I've not seen anyone alive. There's been a lot of zombies.
Yeah, who's doing that, by the way?
A Wraith located in the lower hall that way. And one of his eye stalks just points the way you came.
That's amazing.
Oh, we killed him.
Ah, you were able to rid the mine of another pest. That is good.
I'm sorry he was disturbing you so much.
Yes. Well, is my service done?
Well, how many years do you have left, Mr. Spectator?
Yeah, he just silently looks at Robert.
Maybe you should ask the question.
But I know. Should I make a history check to see if I know roughly how long shit has been? History is +3. All right, 18.
18? Okay. I know this is going to be like inconsistent in lore I established earlier, but we're going to say the mine fell 300 years ago. He was summoned 305 years ago. So he has
200 years?
200 years roughly left.
I'm gonna point at Horus behind my back and message 200 years.
I nod.
And then I'll walk in a little bit and say, I was tasked with voiding your contract and giving you any necessary reimbursement before you depart.
Deception check again. With advantage because you're nat 20.
25.
Wonderful. And the creature vanishes.
Could not wait to leave.
Wow, that's gotta suck for him. He was stuck here.
So that is 117 experience.
Oh,
for
shit.
everyone.
Or for real?
All right, you have cleared the spectator from this room through non-violent means. I'm proud of you guys.
This looks like an important room. Oh, he's back. Fuck.
No, I want to like keep track of what you guys have done, but here, this is the symbol for banished. Yeah, you guys walk into the room, and if I could get someone to make me an Arcana check.
I love Arcana.
Arcana do that. 16.
24.
All right. Frito gonna try?
21.
21.
Rah.
All three of you and Gundren all realize that this brazier of green flame in the center of the room is the source of the magic that infuses itself into the surrounding caverns. It has waned over the years, but it is still potent. This room you are in, the Forge of Spells.
Oh my god.
But removing the brazier removes the magic.
And we just know that inherently.
From the like 21 and 22 and like 24 Gundren got, yeah.
Okay.
My mom sang a song about it when I was still in her belly, and now I remember it. Don't touch that.
All right. You have found the Forge of Spells.
Okay, we win. We won the game.
I'm gonna check the door in the back to see if the spider's hiding in the shit closet.
You open the door, and it reveals a ruined workshop.
No spider and no shit. Give him a thumbs up.
Perfect.
Well, we found the forge. Now we need to clear out anything else that remains here.
If this is the forge, that thing was protecting it. That is... Where are the bad guys? Where's the main bad guys?
Probably on the other half of the cavern, I would imagine.
Yes, but why? If this is the forge...
This is all Gundren. Perhaps whatever other creatures lurk here have been enough to keep them from coming over here.
Ah, so perhaps we chose wisely in our path.
Or we were
Somehow.
just collectively strong enough to break our way through.
Yes, I was going to say, we're quite strong as a party. Finn, if you have any interest, we're...
Any Finterest?
If you have any Finterest, add it to your Pinterest that we're the Silver Lords and you got an invitation.
Chrome Darkness would love to meet you.
Yes. And his brother, Silver Darkness, would not. But he doesn't get a say.
Indeed. Anyone investigate the rest of the room?
Yeah, I want to
Finn
look
just
around.
ignores us. Yeah, whatever, guys. Okay.
Finn, you're offering Finn to continue to adventure with you.
Yeah, to become an honorary member
the
of the
cult.
Silver Lords. Yeah, the cult.
I will think upon that offer.
Yes. Our group grows.
Yeah.
Give me investigation, whoever wants to.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
13.
13.
I got a 14.
14. All right. As you look around the workshop, you notice what must have been some of the last artifacts crafted here in the Forge of Spells. You notice a mace and a breastplate.
Can I check the breastplate?
Sure. The breastplate has a gold dragon motif worked into its design.
What the fuck?
It summons a dragon. Oh
Am
my
I
god.
doing an Arcana check or?
I mean, you could just have Gundren use Detect Magic and figure out what's going on.
Sure. I'm gonna do an Arcana check because I'm not sure I trust him. That's a 21.
All right.
Can you do something for me?
21. Gundren also did pretty well on his Arcana to sort of figure out what stuff is. So both items are definitely magical from what Gundren detected. So the breastplate, based on the runes and stuff etched on the inside from what you two are able to understand, is that this, while being a +1 breastplate, also grants the wearer advantage on saving throws against breath weapons of dragons.
I called
So the
dibs.
fire dragons breathe. I don't think you can wear it.
It's breastplate though. Can't I wear breastplate?
I think that's heavy armor, isn't it?
I ordered a breastplate.
Oh, did you?
Well, maybe it's different on
He
this.
finds out he just can't wear it. Why did I buy
Oh no,
this?
breastplate is medium armor. Yeah, you're right.
I don't do that out loud. I do that in my head as I consider killing Gundren again.
I'll look at the mace. Or, pick up the mace and show it to Gundren.
Alright, Gundren looks at the mace.
He
Ugh.
scans it.
Yeah, pretty much. He looks over it. You notice that the head of the mace is shaped like a sunburst, and it's made from solid brass. He believes this weapon will do extra damage to the undead.
That's fucking sick.
Gerald also starts looking around. Give me a history with advantage as a treasure hunter to see if you know anything about either of these pieces.
With advantage, that'll be a 22.
22. You believe you recognize the mace as the weapon known as Lightbringer, which was rumored to have been forged for a cleric of Lathander, god of the dawn. And the breastplate matches descriptions of armor forged for a hero of old Neverwinter named Turgon.
What's the breastplate called?
It is called Dragon Guard.
Is it just breastplate +1, or is there an
No,
actual?
there's an actual item called Dragon Guard. That is this thing.
Oh wow!
Is anyone specifically taking the mace?
I'll hold on to the mace unless someone states that they want it.
And I don't even have to attune to this. I have 19 AC.
You're on par with Robert and not Robert. You're on par with
Robert.
Finn and Gerald. There's too many people.
Yeah. Finn has 19 AC?
Yeah.
I guess he's a fighter. That kind of makes sense.
So there's also a Lightbringer mace that you can add to your inventory. But
I start punching my own armor.
and one final thing that is found is you see Gerald pulls out from one of the rubble and ruin of this workshop an amulet. And then he pockets it.
Fair enough.
And that is everything you guys find in here.
I'm gonna stick my rapier in the brazier to see if it lights on fire.
You stick your rapier into the brazier, and as your rapier is already magical, it has no effect.
I'm gonna stick Talon in the brazier.
Same results.
I'm gonna stick my shield in it.
Ooh.
Shield.
It lights on fire and crumples into pieces.
No!
You stick it in there. How long do you keep it in
Does it light on fire?
there? No.
I just hold it over it.
All right. After about a minute passes, give me an Arcana check. Gunther will help you with this as well by doing his own.
21.
Oh. He got a nat 20. After about a minute passes, he's like, it seems to have drawn in the magic potential of the fire and has improved itself, though without the proper working, seems to be only temporary. And for the next 12, actually, I was about to say 12, but that's not true. I have to roll a dice. For this next 7 hours, you have a shield +1.
Okay, we gotta charge up all of our gear.
Can I ask Gerald to see the amulet he pocketed?
He says no.
I don't trust him. I think we have to kill him.
He's a dwarf.
Oris, you give me... You guys all briefly saw it. Give me perception. Just Oris.
Should I just add a shield +1 for now and then delete it after 7 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I have 20 AC. Okay, perception.
If you don't wake up at 2:40 a.m.
6? Okay.
Come to your house and I'm gonna cut you.
How hard have you been researching what Gerald joined you for?
Me? I haven't researched it at all. I just know that he... Oh. That's what he found.
Well, you, Dylan, assume that, but Oris, no idea.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't researched it at all.
Uh-huh.
But would Oris know, like, oh, he picked up an amulet? Like,
And now he's refusing to hand it over?
That's probably what...
You can make an intuition that that's what you think is going on.
Frito, I think it's best if we let Gerald take that piece.
Sure, whatever.
I'm sorry, Frito, but this is something I've been looking for a very long time.
Plus, I doubt you want to swap that in for the pendant that makes you unkillable.
Yes, what?
What?
I think with the excitement of finding the Forge of Spells...
We get 47 XP.
Level 20. I can phase through walls.
Yeah.
I am level 20. You said it.
You can get the 47 XP.
Let's
level up to level 6.
Level
and then
5.
you will also Yeah, level 5. Thank you. But then we will also call it there for D&D for this week.
That makes a lot of sense. We found the Forge of Spells. It's smaller than I thought, considering the scale of the map. Holy shit.
Am I supposed to build a doom
this
wheel
is
in here?
at least the enchanting part.
I can't believe you managed to convince a spectator that you were its master.
He got a nat 20, man. He got a nat 20.
I worship the goddess of lies. I can lie really well.
Oh, and all the people who
who's
leveled
the
up
goddess
get
of
along.
lies?
Lara.
Of course she'd have a
Larian
name like
Studios?
that. I doubt that's even her real name.
She's lying to me.
Sorry for the...
So,
That's
I guess
illegal.
next time, we just have to supercharge everything we have on us that isn't magical, and then just start sprinting through the place looking for the spider.
It's the return of the augur spell.
We start throwing
Hell
doors
yeah.
open. You!
There's an actual spider, but he's like super innocent. Please! Get him! Take us to your Kyle. Sorry. But yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
Smile. Stop resisting.
We turn our body cams off? Okay. Guys, we found the Forge of Spells. 15 sessions. It's way quicker than I thought we were going to do it.
The new world record.
That's not even true, actually. I had no idea that there were other quests outside of the Forge of Spells, not the Forge of Spells, the Wave Echo Cave when we started, so I was like, oh yeah, session 4, we'll be on our way.
Easy.
Where's Gundren?
Well, I hope this week was enjoyable for folks.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna spend all week panicking about what I'm gonna choose for level 5.
Gonna look at all my level 3 spells, realize I hate all of them, and then jack off.